In this video, we're going to work through this monster of an exam problem. So let's get going. So starting from the definitions of sech and tang, in terms of exponentials, prove that 1 minus sech squared t equals tang squared t. Okay, well in terms of the definitions of exponentials, what have we got? Well, that left-hand side is equal to 1 minus. Now sech is the inverse, is a reciprocal of cosh. So it's 1 over the reciprocal of cosh t all squared. Well, cosh of t is e to the t plus e to the minus e over 2. So it's going to be 2 over e to the t plus e to the minus t, and then all of that squared. Okay, so let's give this a common denominator. So let's have e to the t minus e to the minus t squared as our common denominator. So that can give me e to the t plus e to the minus t all squared over e to the t plus e to the minus t all squared. That's the 1, done, minus 4. Okay, expanding that numerator, I'm going to get e to the 2t plus 2 plus e to the minus 2t minus 4 all over e to the t plus e to the minus t all squared. Continuing over here, that gives me e to the 2t minus 2 plus e to the minus 2t all over e to the t plus e to the minus t squared. That top factorizes as e to the t minus e to the minus t. It's useful to just recognize that as being that term expanded. And all of this, by definition, is just tang squared t, because that's, if you remove the squares, that's tang t, so squared, that is tang squared t. And we're done. Okay, on to question B. The curve C has parametric equations x equals half tang squared t plus ln sech t, and y is 1 plus tang to the 4t, and t is positive. Show that dy by dx is minus 4 sech squared t. Okay, well, we're probably going to have to use that. We probably wouldn't have got us to do this for nothing. So maybe it's going to be in this at this point. Maybe it will come later on. Let's see. Well, we know that the dy by dx is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So let's just try to find each of those. So I'll start with dx by dt. And we'll just see where this goes. So differentiating tang squared. Well, its power comes down and drops by 1. So that gives me tang t multiplied by the derivative of tang, which is sech squared. So that's sech squared t. Okay, now we need to differentiate ln of sech t. Now, that is going to be the derivative of sech t over sech t. If you remember the derivative of sech t, that's great. Go ahead and use that. It's kind of tricky to remember. Is it the same as the one for trig, i.e. sech t, tang t, or is it different? Hint, it's different. To be honest, in this case, I would do whatever I could to not try to remember that. And I'd probably think, look, sech t is cosh t to the minus 1. So this is the same as minus ln cosh t. And that's a little bit easier to work with, because look, I've just got minus, and it's the derivative of sech of cosh t, which is sine t, over cosh t. So that's nice, that's just tang t. All right, shall we simplify this? We probably should a little bit. Let's see, that's tang t. Ah, look, I can factorize out tang t, because I've got tang t, and then I've got sech squared t minus 1. And this is where I can use this result, because look, 1 minus sech t is tang t, so sech squared t minus 1 is minus tanh t. So this actually gives me minus tanh squared t times tanh t is minus tanh cubed t. So that's quite a simple form there. Let's find dy by dt now. So what do we get? We get, well, 1 just goes. Now, differentiating tanh t to the 4, power comes down and drops by 1, so 4 tanh cubed t, multiplied by the derivative of tanh t, which is sech squared t. So we have our dy by dt and our dx by dt. So dy by dx is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. And this looks pretty good because the tanh cubed t's cancel, leaving me simply with minus 4 sech squared t as required. 5 marks in the bag there. Okay, find the coordinates of the point on C with the second derivative equal to minus 9 over 2, giving your answer in the form a plus ln b, c, where a, b and c are rational numbers. Okay, so I'm going to have to differentiate again. What I can't do is just differentiate with respect to t. I can't just differentiate minus 4 sech squared t, because dy by dx only gets to d2y by dx squared if I differentiate it with respect to x. Now, this is a mini topic on its own that we're going to come back to later on in the course. So I just wanted to include this as a nice hyperbolic question, but don't worry, we're going to focus on this a lot later on in the course. But if you have dy by dx in terms of t or theta or u, here's the way you do it. We say d2y by dx squared, by definition, is d by dx of dy by dx, i.e. the derivative with respect to x of dy by dx. Except dy by dx is a function of t. So what I really want to do is differentiate it with respect to t, d by dt of dy by dx, except these aren't the same. So how can I compensate? Well, I could multiply by dt by dx, because that dt effectively cancels with the dt here, and that dx is that dx there. This is a very algebraic way of thinking about just like fractions cancelling, but it does work. Later on we will explore a bit more mathematically why it works. Spoiler, it's basically the chain rule. So I need to be differentiating this with respect to t and then multiply through by dt by dx. Remember, I already know what dt by dx is because it's just the reciprocal of that. That's dx by dt. So let's find d by dt of dy by dx first. So d by dt of dy by dx, that is just differentiating minus 4 sech squared t. Now, if you know the derivative of sech, go ahead and use it along with the chain rule. I find people often just forget the derivative of sech, cosech and coth. So often I would advocate just converting everything into sine, cosh and tang. You don't need to. I'm going to show you how to do that. So that's d by dt of, well, what is this? This is the same as minus 4 times cosh t to the power of minus 2, right? The minus gives me the reciprocal, which gets me sech, and the 2 that gives me the squared there. So I can differentiate this because we have power comes down, 8. So 8 cosh t to the power of minus 3, multiplied by the derivative of cosh, which is sine t. Now I'm going to leave that like that, and I'm going to say d2y by dx squared is this result here. So 8 cosh t to the minus 3 sine t multiplied by dt by dx. Well, dx by dt is that, so it's just the reciprocal of that. So that is coth minus coth cubed t. So minus coth cubed t. Let's make sense of this by converting everything into shines and coshes. So what have we got on the top of our fraction? We've got -8. Then we've got shine, I wrote sine, I meant shine. Shine t. That cosh is cosh cubed over shine cubed. So that's cosh cubed t. And on the denominator, we have all of the three coshes here. So cosh cubed t. And then we've got the three shines from here. So that's shine cubed t. All of that is going to simplify to -8, while all of the coshes go, and we're left with, cosec squared t. So cosec squared t. So that's what I would like to set equal to -9/2. So minus, you know what, I'm going to write this as -8 over shine squared t is equal to -9/2. The negatives cancel. I'm going to multiply through by 2 and by shine squared t. So I'm going to get 16 equals 9 shine squared t. We've got a plus or minus issue here. Shine can be positive or negative. However, t is always positive. And if t is always positive, then shine t is always positive. So I can just take the positive root here. 4 equals 3 shine t, and I'll even write since t is positive. Okay, so I'm just finding, let's see, we've got 4/3 and then r shine, so shine inverse of 4/3 is t. So that means that t is ln of x plus root x squared plus 1. So that, what is that? 4/3 squared plus 1, 25/9. And it's the square root of that, which is 5/3. So you don't need to bother with that. 5/3. And look, that's 9/3. So that's just ln 3. Great. T is ln 3. We're nearly there. It's a bit of a monster of a question, isn't it? I just have to be subbing that into x and y now. So with x being equal to half tang squared t, at this stage in such an epic question, I'm absolutely just using my calculator for this. So I want tang squared of ln 3. So let's work out what tang of ln 3 is on my calculator. Square that and divide it by 2. That bit is 8/25. And then ln of sec of that. So again, using my calculator, I'm going to work out cosh of ln 3. 1 divided by that is 3/5, and it's ln of that. So ln 3/5. And then y is tang, 1 plus tang to the 4. So I'm going to work out tang of ln 3, raise that to the power of 4, and add 1, and I get 881/625. So after all of that, I get the coordinates are x is 8/25 plus ln 3/5, and y is 881/625. And that is a real monster of a question, but good to work through so you can see where this could go. Right, I hope that was useful working through exam problems. I'll see you in the next video.